And now we got an ab exercise using the resist-a-ball. It's a very simple ab crunch, but I'm gonna really give you some tools here. I'm gonna do a little bit of back maintenance first, okay? What I want you to do is, I want you to be really careful if you're not comfortable on a resist-a-ball, because obviously the risk is that you could fall off and lose your balance. But what we want to do is we want, for the back maintenance, we're gonna stretch the spine out with our back on it first, going back this way, and we want to make sure that we don't get too far this way with the ball towards our buns, because we could lose our balance and go to the floor. But I just want your head to fall down towards the floor. I push the ball down towards my buns a little bit so my head gets a little bit closer to the floor. And the main thing is get in that position right there and try to relax. It's very common for people to get in that position, to be nervous if it's the first time they're on the ball and they just get all tight. The key is don't go as far if you're going to get tense. The key is just dropping your head down and relaxing into it, and then go a little bit further and a little bit further, pushing the legs and taking the ball towards the buns away from the shoulder blades. And then the other back maintenance is obviously just switching right over the other way, coming over on the ball this way, dropping your head down, having the mindset of a sleepy flower, and just letting your spine form around the ball, and then manipulate to which vertebrae you're on. Go a little bit lower with the ball. Bring the ball up towards the sternum, and then also rotate your hips. Stick your buns up a little bit. I got a couple pops and decompressions in the lower back. It feels very, very good. So just a little bit of back maintenance, stretching it out on your back, being very careful, and then flipping it over face down. And then another one that's really good for the back maintenance, but is also probably more in the hip area, is I call it the hula hoop dancer. Just try to make a big counterclockwise one way, well, counterclockwise I mean, and just try to get as far out as you can with your pelvis, and then as far back, as far out to the side. You really feel something very unique in your hip bones, and you'll feel something in your lower back. Obviously, switch it around and go clockwise, go the opposite of the first direction. I say go 5 or 6 round rotations, nice and slow. It's the hula hoop dancer. It feels really, really good. Okay, so that's a little back maintenance for you right there. Now we're going to do a crunch on the resist-a-ball. Walk it out nice and slow. Drop your head down. A lot of people butcher this exercise. One of the main keys is if your neck feels stressed during it, go ahead and clasp your hands behind your head and give your head a little bit of support. But try just putting your fingertips around your ears or on your forehead, because a lot of people will pull too much on their head and wrench their neck a little bit. So clasp your ears. I like fingertips on the forehead. Now here's the key. Before you crunch up, you want to push away from your feet, and the ball comes towards the buns a little bit further. Then drive your chin down and pause. It's a really small range of motion for 2. 1. Now the knees go back towards the wall in front of you, and the ball comes more towards the shoulder blades. That's 1. Now push away first. The ball goes towards the tailbone. And come up only partial way. 2, 1. So it's a real partial range of motion, and it's really slow. I'll do 2 more. Push away. Those shoulder blades come off the ball. You can start to feel the abs getting some tension on them as the ball gets away from the shoulder blades, and hold it for 2, 1, and down. If you need to adjust your feet, push away. Don't come up until about right here, and 2, and 1. We can do a lot of variations here. You can do nice, slow rotations. You can punch from side to side. Pull that belly button in nice and tight. A lot of variations with this one. Nice and slow. If you're entry level, I would suggest maybe facing a wall to put your toes against a wall so you got a little bit of a solid base and something to push against. There you go. There's some back maintenance and a really effective ab crunch technique on the resist-a-ball. All right, here we go. Doc's going to demonstrate the crunch on the resist-a-ball. He already did the back maintenance. And of course, he's going to add a little bit of more resistance. Hold it right there, 2 and 1. He's going to throw a twist in there. He's got a 15-pound medicine ball. And you might have saw his foot slipped a little bit, especially when you're doing advanced techniques with resistance like that. That's another reason why you might want to consider. Pause right there. And give me some twists and pause. Good. You can do slow twists and pause. And then you can do sort of quick with no pausing at all. Push that ball up over your head. It makes the tension different on the abs. But you saw his foot slip a little bit So when you go against the wall, then that helps make your base a little bit more secure. Pause right there. Don't come up any higher than that. Now do a few tricks here to the side and pause. Good. To the side and pause. You can see his upper body is definitely not perpendicular to the floor. He's still pretty far back. Maybe some might consider a half range of motion. That's going to keep the abdominal wall fully engaged during the whole time. Versus if he sat up farther than that all the way, it would sort of let tension off. Good, Doc. Good. I like all those techniques. I like the slow twist. I like pushing the ball up over your head. Hold it. Push away. There you go. Taking the shoulder blades off the ball a little bit. Excellent. Good. I think your technique is a little bit better here. I'm assuming you might be able to feel a little bit more.
Which technique?
The fact that you took the ball, you pushed away and took the ball closer to the tailbone and away from the shoulder blades a little bit, and you didn't come up as far as maybe the first repetition.
Okay.
Good. And you can get a really nice stretch here, especially with 15 pounds in your hands. Pause about right there. Good. And 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1. Attaboy. Give me 3 pushes up in a row. 3, and pull it down. And 2. And 1. Push up one more time. Hold it up there, and then down slow. Keep it up there. Just take it back slow behind you. There you go. 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent.
Okay, is that it?
Yep, go ahead and drop it. Excellent. We'll sit you up nice and slow, or in Doc's case. Great job. That was really nice. How did it feel, Doc?
Felt good. I'm using a power plate now, so I'd like to have a little vibrational component to that. But yeah, it was good.
Oh, you want to spin plates on your fingers while you do it too? Or?
Powers.
But anyway, that's a great job, Doc. It's a great technique.
And notice the ball's bigger and color coordinated.
Very, very non-important.
Very important. Very important.
But this is a bigger ball. Taller people need to use a bigger ball. It's 75 centimeters. Okay, the one that I had was small. It was 65 centimeters. So if you're 5'8"-ish, 5'9"-ish, 65 centimeters, 6 foot. How tall are you, Doc?
6'1".
6'1", 6'2". Definitely go with the 75 centimeter. If you're 5'5" and under, I would suggest the 55 centimeter would probably fit your body better, especially in the spine therapy type stuff that we were doing earlier. And this as well. So there you go. Did you like it, Doc?
I loved it.
Excellent.
I love resist the ball.
There you go. He does love it, and you should learn to use it, and you'll grow to love it too. Go make it happen.
Do it.